There's been much talk over the internet on whether or not Sonic Heroes will be getting a remaster or remake for future next-gen systems and the PC. Hello everybody, I'm OCDsaster, and if you love Sonic, this is the channel for you. I wanted to quickly talk about this rumor that's going around. There's definitely no evidence towards it. I am a huge Sonic Heroes supporter. I know there's a lot of people that don't really like the game, but I grew up with it as a kid. I loved it. This might date me a lot, but I remember vividly being like 10 or so, going to Best Buy and actually renting this game and falling in love with it and begging my parents for us to just buy it because I was having so much fun and did not want to return it. I wanted to own this thing, and the rest was history. The game wasn't easy nor perfect, but it's just that nostalgia that I absolutely loved. And I just wanted to say that even including nostalgia, I do not want this game remade or remastered. And I know that sounds kind of contradictory to what I just said prior, but I really do not trust Sonic Team or Sega to port over games. Colors is a perfect example of this. I've already talked about it in my Sonic X Shadow Generations video. You can check that one out after this one. Just my concerns for that game coming up, and I just really hope that they do the porting a lot better than they did with Sonic Colors, because that was terrible. When you have a port that is worse off than the original that came out years prior, that's a problem, and I would rather just stick to my GameCube version of Sonic Heroes if that's the case, if they were to port it and it was a disaster. As far as them remaking it from the ground up, I don't see this as possible. I don't see them wanting to put in that time and resources. The game is pretty impressive when you think about it. Yeah, it's janky, the controls aren't as tight as they should be, but when it comes to the concept, this was the first time a platformer had you switch between 3 different characters during the run of a level, and it was really cool. And that's the main gimmick of Sonic Heroes, is switching between speed type, power type, and fly type, and it was really cool to do that. And all the stages were a little bit different for each team that you played as, albeit in the same order, which is a little bit annoying. However, I just think that even with new engines and new technology, it would be such a hassle and such a heavy lift for Sonic Team, or any team really, to remake this from the ground up. I don't know if there's any fan-made remakes of this game out there. I know there's like the Project 06 and stuff like that, which is really cool. But something like this is, I think, even more complex than that, because you're not just playing as one character through a level, you're playing as 3 and changing intermittently, and it's just a big tackle. And I think they would rather put their resources into a AAA game and to a new installment after Sonic Frontiers, a successor to Sonic Frontiers, if you will, than putting all that energy and time into a Sonic Heroes. And also, I don't really know that many people that are a huge fan of Sonic Heroes. A lot of them are my age now. Like I said, I was a kid when I played this, so it's like mid to late 20s, early 30s. So I don't know if they're really trying to hit that demographic anymore. The game is difficult, there is a ceiling, and if they dumbed it down, a lot of people would be upset, but they would have to for the younger audiences trying to play the game. As you know, a lot of the current modern Sonic games, you don't even have a live system anymore. You basically just collect rings, and when you die, you just go to the checkpoint, and that might affect your score, but you don't run out of lives. And actually, a big part of Sonic Heroes is the live counter. Collecting 100 rings to level up your lives, to get the bonus levels. When you complete that, you get a certain amount of 1-ups to increase your life. It just gets rid of all of the basic mechanics that were built in to this game, and I don't see the modern version of Sonic pairing well with what Sonic Heroes used to be. Now, if they were to announce one of these two, either a remake or a remaster, I would definitely go for the remake, because like I said, I don't believe that they would port it well. But there would be a lot of changes that I would want for the remake, which I don't know if they would even do. But if it's being built from the ground up, then maybe. Splash Dash really inspired me to make this video. I would definitely recommend you go check out his channel. He does a lot of great work with Sonic content, and he kind of talks about this, and I pretty much agree with everything he said, but besides the fact that I would not actually want a remake or remaster made. But what do you guys think? I want to know what you think down below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Just make sure you keep it friendly. Like I said, this channel is for Sonic content, so be sure to check out some other videos that I have posted on here. As the Sonic Movie 3 gets closer and closer, we're going to be talking about that. I've actually never seen any of the Sonic movies, so I'm going to be getting on that as soon as possible because I'm really excited to see Shadow on the big screen. And then speaking of Shadow, Sonic X Shadow Generations is coming out. I know I said I'm skeptical about it, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to play it or at least keep up with the news. So that's going to be all for now, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. See ya!